Hi, so I'm back again, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm not going to do a curry. I'm going to show you how to make a poppadom. Okay, now I know we're used to buying ready-made poppadoms in supermarkets, and also, we get poppadoms when we go to restaurants or a takeout or something. And you'll be familiar with the greasy poppadoms. So when you touch them, you've got grease on your fingers. They're deep fried. So I'm not a big fan of the deep fried poppadom. I'm going to share something with you. The first time I had a deep fried poppadom, I was 18 years old. I went to a restaurant with some student friends and we ordered some poppadoms, as you do. They came and I picked one up, and I couldn't understand why it was greasy. It really surprised me. I've been eating poppadoms all my life, never ever had a greasy poppadom, and that's when somebody told me that they deep fry them, and that was a new experience for me. Personally, I'm not a big fan of them. They just don't taste that great, and also, they're not. In my view, for me, I don't feel that they're that particularly healthy. So I like to stick to the way that I grew up eating them. So I thought I'd share that with you. Now, we're all familiar that from supermarkets you can get ready-made, ready-made poppadoms ready to eat. You just get them in a pack, you open them up, and you eat them. But you don't have to do that. You can actually buy uncooked poppadoms that you can make at home. Okay. Now, if you're Googling it, you're looking online, then you can Google either uncooked poppadoms or cook at home poppadoms, and you will find various places that sell them. They sell them in the main supermarkets, but they also sell them online as well. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you what it looks like. I usually get mine from the Asian shops. At the moment, obviously, it's not so practical to go and do that, but that would be what I would do under normal circumstances. But you can, as I say, you can get them online. But I'll show you what to look for if you do go in, if you do happen to go into the right shop. This is the kind of thing. Now, this is just one brand that happens to be for sale in the shop that I go to, but there are several brands. But this is more or less what it would look like. Okay. So this is it. So this is the back of it. It's just packet. There's usually about 20 or so poppadoms in here. So this is what you need to be looking out for. So if you've seen them before and you didn't know what on earth they were, now you know. Okay, so there's that. So I'm going to show you what one looks like inside the packet. Let me get one out. I've got an open packet here. So that is what it looks like. It's got little holes in it, but it's also got little black flecks in it. That's because this particular one is one with black pepper in it. You can actually get plain ones. You can get ones with cumin in or with chili flakes. I really like these because actually that black pepper's got a nice little tingle. So these are my favourites, and I always have them in the cupboard. These will last for months in the cupboard, so you can open the packet, use a couple, and they'll still be fine. Okay, so you could get these anytime. Okay. Oh, hi Liz. Hi, hello. Okay, so I've got my poppadom. Now the other thing that I need is a tea towel, just an ordinary tea towel. Okay, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it up because I'm going to use it like a pad. Okay, so I'm just folding it up, because I'm going to use this as a pad. Okay, and the other thing I need is something to cook it on. Okay, no deep fat fryer. Okay, so I have a thing it's called a tava. All right, and it's what I would normally make chapatis on. You don't have to have one of those. Okay, but I'm going to just point the camera down so that you can see what's going on over here. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, so this is my tava. Okay, you'll see it's just a griddle, really, just a flat griddle. Okay, I would normally make chapatis on this as well. Okay, if you haven't got one of those, which is probably quite likely, guess what? Good old frying pan is perfectly fine. All right, so you can use this. Now, I've already preheated this, so the flame is on. It does need to be hot. Okay, so this is nice and hot now. So I'm going to get my tea towel and grab a poppadom. Okay, it's a little bit brittle. It's a little bit bendy, but not too much. Okay, so don't worry about that because you'll see what happens next. Okay, I'm going to put that on the hot metal, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my lovely tea towel, and I'm just going to press down with the tea towel, and the heat from the metal is then starting to cook the poppadom. All right, so here we go. It's starting to bubble. Hopefully you can see that. Now I'm going to keep that moving. My phone's making all kinds of pinging noises, but we'll ignore that. So I'm going to keep that moving, and I'm just going to press the edges in. It starts to change colour. It goes from like a sort of I don't know, a fawny kind of colour to like a pale colour, a creamy colour as it starts to cook. So you can tell which bits are cooked and which bits aren't. And all I'm doing is I'm keeping it moving, and I am making sure that the poppadom is pressed against the metal, and where it presses against it, it changes colour, bubbles up a little bit, and then it's cooking. Okay, so the edges tend to take a bit more attention, so I'm just going to concentrate on those. Now you must keep it moving, otherwise it'll burn. Okay, so you don't want to do that. So I'm just working my way around this. If you've got any questions, please put something in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. So it's just changing colour. No fat involved here, as I'm sure you've noticed. Okay, so I'm just going to turn that around, just keep it going, and there we go. And whilst it's hot, it's also super bendy now. Okay, as soon as this cools, it will crisp up, I promise you. So I'm just keeping it moving now. I can just see a couple of edges not quite cooked yet, so I'm just going to concentrate on those. It is important that you cook them because raw poppadom really doesn't taste that great. So you do need to make sure that it's all cooked properly. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish that off. Right, okay, so that's done. That is literally done. It's gone a little bit brown in places. It's definitely cooked and it's ready. You will be able to tell when it's cooked, I promise you. Okay, so that's that done, and that's it. So I'm just going to put that on a plate. Okay, I'm just going to do a second one, and that one's going to be cooling while that's happening. So I'm just going to do a second one very quickly for you. In fact, here we go. Right, so again, hopefully you can see, I'm hoping you can see that on the camera, that it's changing colour as it cooks, and it bubbles up a little bit as well. But I'm going to keep it moving because if I don't, it'll burn. Very super thin. I don't know if you know what poppadoms are actually made of. They're made of a pulse, a particular type of pulse, and there's usually a little bit of sunflower oil in there, and then that's what they're made of. So it's actually not an unhealthy snack if you don't deep fry it. Okay, so I keep these in because they're great if you need some crisps or a snack, you're just going to throw something together. You know, I usually have these in all the time, and I just think, oh yeah, I fancy some of those poppadoms, and off we go. So I'm just going to finish this one off quickly for you. Right, okay, so that's done. Just going to make sure all the edges are done properly. Don't do any shortcuts because it won't, if it's not cooked, it won't taste great. So you need to make sure you do. As I say, you can Google uncooked poppadoms, or cook at home poppadoms seems to be the way to go, and you will see plenty of them come up on your search engine. Okay, so there we go, that's that done. So I'm just going to get the first one so you can see now, because obviously that was warm and it was all bendy. Okay, it's bendy, where that will crisp up. This is the first one we did, and look, you can listen to that. It's all nice and crispy, and if you can break it, see that, you can break it up, and that's it. It's done. They're ready to eat. So I'm just gonna. I've made my own homemade yogurt dip, which is just Greek yogurt and some spices, and I'm gonna have some poppadom. So that's me ready to go. Okay, so as I say, really quick, really easy to make. You can make them at home. Make them at home, and very quick, very easy to do. No deep fat fryer involved, no faffing about. Really quick, really easy. You can make one, you can make 20. It's entirely up to you. So I hope you found that really useful. Got any questions? Please put some comments at the bottom, and I'll happily answer them. Okay, yeah, see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.